I used to play netball at school. I used to be captain for the school team for many years. And so when I left school, I knew there probably wouldn't be a place where I could play netball which would accommodate the religious needs I had. And so I just gave it up. And it wasn't until 28 years later where my sister persuaded me to go to a netball session in Nottingham. When I realised that I could actually play netball without covering, I really enjoyed it. But because I'm from Derby, I wanted to do the same thing in Derby because it was just impractical with 4 children to travel to Nottingham for an hour netball session. But after contacting venues in Derby, I realised there was nowhere that could accommodate a no male environment. And I thought, well, why not set up one? So that's where I got in contact with Active Derbyshire, who pointed me to Rachel, which was the best thing for our netball sessions, really. Well, when we first started, I think we had maybe 10 or 11 girls a session for one hour a week. And then within a couple of months, we'd actually grown that to about 18 women. And then I recognised we probably needed 2 sessions. And then we started 2, probably within about 6 months. And then that just was oversubscribed. So we started a 3rd session. And now, to be honest, the 3rd session is actually beginning to get oversubscribed. I've had some women who've never played netball before because some of them have been homeschooled. I've had some who are from abroad and didn't even know what netball was. I've had some who just didn't want to do a sport because of I guess the social aspect. They didn't want to be alone. I've had some who didn't have anyone to go with or didn't want to train alone. So I think a lot of the women probably wouldn't have gone out and done it had they not felt that they could do it together. Okay, when I first started netball, I've got she was 7 at the time, 7-year-old daughter who just came to watch. And she's absolutely fallen in love with the sport. So she's persuaded me to start, children netball. So I have a few 12 and 14-year-olds who do come to our sessions. And I've realised that as the adults are advancing, it's probably best to have a separate session for the children. So yeah, I'm in the process of completing the level 2 netball coaching, and I'm doing B netball as well, so I can actually coach children, which I'm really excited about because I've seen the confidence in the children that attend my session, how it's helped them on court and off court, and I'd like to be able to do that for the youngsters as well.
I first met Afsana 14 months ago now, so last September, just through a partnership with Active Derbyshire. We just sort of sat down and we had a first introductory meeting, just explored. I kind of listened to her vision and her story, and we just figured out a way that we could support, I guess, her vision coming alive. We had to take a really sensible approach about being clear about what the barriers were and how we kind of addressed each area. So I think with regard to the vision, and then actually the first week of getting the session started, it was kind of new territory for both of us. It wasn't an environment or a group of women that I'd had experience working with before, but I was really excited to be part of the journey. I really do think that in the future, because of what Afsana's achieved, lots of other, hopefully younger girls will go on, and we can kind of continue to grow the number of coaches.